Okay. So you're thinking about diving into this whole stock trading thing, huh?
Yeah. Looks like you're serious about it too, bringing in the RoleCatcher, excerpts, and everything.
It's not just for show, right? We're really breaking this down.
That's what we do here. Deep dives only.
Exactly. So stock trading, you've got to have a feel for it, right?
It's true. There's a certain intuition to it. Understanding the market's rhythm.
Like you can sense the right moves.
But it's not all gut feeling. That's where this guide gets interesting. It talks about analyzing micro and macroeconomic factors.
Okay. That
And
sounds a little intimidating.
it's simpler than it sounds. Think of macroeconomics, like the weather patterns of the economy, interest rates, inflation, global events. The big picture,
Got it.
microeconomics zooms in. It's a single company. How are their earnings? New leadership? Or even a new product launch?
So it's about seeing both the forest and the trees.
You've got it. A good stock trader needs both those lenses.
Like a detective for money.
In a way.
So you're piecing together clues, predicting the market's next move.
And hopefully staying a few steps ahead. That's where the real excitement comes in.
This guide also mentions something called technical trends. What are those all about?
That's the language of charts and graphs. Seeing patterns that most people wouldn't.
So you need to be good at math.
Helps. But it's more about understanding what those patterns mean for a stock's future. Can it predict how the price will change?
Like having a secret code.
Kind of. It's a whole other skill set. And then there's this whole other thing, shares and hedge funds.
Hedge funds. Those are for like the Wall Street bigwigs, right?
Well, you're not wrong. They're like exclusive investment clubs. Higher risks, but potentially way bigger rewards.
Sounds intense.
They use some pretty sophisticated strategies. Understanding those is key for a stock trader.
So it's like leveling up in the market.
Exactly.
Oh.
More opportunities, but definitely more to learn and to manage.
This is reminding me why I wanted to do this deep dive. So much to unpack.
And we're just getting started.
It's clear this isn't just about numbers, though. This guide keeps emphasizing communication. Why is that so important in finance?
That's the thing about stock trading. You're not just managing portfolios. You're managing people.
So I'm not just looking at a screen all day.
Right. You need to explain these complex ideas clearly. Build trust with clients. And let's be real. Sometimes you got to calm them down when the market gets bumpy.
That's like being a financial therapist.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
said it. You need those people skills just as much as the financial ones.
Okay, so let's say you've mastered it. You're a stock trading guru. What does the career ladder look like?
Well, RoleCatcher actually lays out a pretty clear path. Starting as a junior stock trader, of course.
Got to pay your dues.
Right? You're learning from the best. Then you might move up to senior trader, maybe even portfolio manager, overseeing a whole team.
So there's room to climb the ladder.
There is. But what's interesting is they highlight all these other paths too. Hedge fund management, financial analyst, even branching into teaching.
You could become the next stock market influencer.
Right. But no matter what path you choose, RoleCatcher stresses this continuous learning. The learning never really stops in this field.
The market's always changing, right?
Always new technologies, new regulations.
Yeah.
You got to be ready to adapt.
This guide even mentions getting certified, like becoming a CFA or something.
Yeah, those are big ones. Chartered financial analyst or a financial risk manager shows you're serious.
So it's not just about instinct. It's about backing it up with real knowledge.
That's what separates the pros from the amateurs.
This is already giving me a whole new appreciation for stock trading. It's
Yeah.
way more complex than I realized.
Oh, we're just scratching the surface.
Okay, so we've talked about the big picture, the
Yeah.
mindset, the skills, but what does a stock trader actually do all day?
Well, RoleCatcher actually breaks it down into these primary functions. It's pretty fascinating stuff. And it all starts with data.
Of course. Got to have the fuel for those stock market decisions, right?
Think of it like this data is the breakfast of champions for stock traders.
So we've got our breakfast of data.
Right. Now what do we do with it?
Time to cook up some stock market magic.
You got it.
Yeah.
That's where the strategy comes in, analyzing all that data to make smart investment decisions.
So it's not just about picking stocks randomly.
No. It's about spotting trends, understanding market sentiment, and of course, managing risk.
Right, because every trade has its risks.
Exactly. And a good stock trader knows how to minimize those risks while maximizing potential gains.
Sounds like a delicate balance.
It is. It's like walking a tightrope sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it so exciting. And that's where those people skills come in again. Remember those?
Oh, yeah. Because stock traders aren't just managing numbers. They're managing people's money, right?
Bingo! You got to build relationships with clients, explain things clearly, manage their expectations, sometimes even calm their nerves when the market gets choppy.
Because let's be real, Not everyone's cut out for the stock market roller coaster.
You're telling me some people thrive on the volatility, others, not so much. That's why understanding your client's risk tolerance is crucial.
It's like being a financial therapist again.
There you go. You're getting it. Now, once you've got the data, the strategy, the client relationships, then comes the fun part.
Let me guess. The actual trading.
Ding, ding, ding. But it's not as simple as clicking a button. This is where all that technical analysis comes into play. Reading the charts, understanding market indicators. It's like deciphering a secret code.
So there's a whole art to it.
Absolutely. It's about timing.
Yeah.
It's about execution. It's about knowing when to buy, when to sell, and when to hold.
And probably when to step away from the computer for a minute.
Sometimes. But even after you've made a trade, the work isn't done.
Because the market never sleeps.
Right. Exactly. You got to constantly monitor those trades, see how they're performing, and be ready to adjust course if needed. It's a dynamic process.
Sounds intense, but also kind of exhilarating.
It is.
Yeah.
You're at the forefront of the financial world, making decisions that can have real impact.
Okay, so let's say you've mastered the art of stock trading. You're a pro at analyzing data crafting strategies.
Yeah.
You're a whiz with clients.
Yeah.
What's next? Where does the career path go from there?
Well, remember how RoleCatcher talked about starting as a junior stock trader?
Yeah, paying your dues, learning the ropes.
Right. Well, from there, you might climb the ladder to senior stock trader, maybe even lead a team as a portfolio manager. But here's the cool part. They highlight all these other paths too. You could specialize in a specific sector like tech or healthcare, or maybe branch out into financial analysis, or even become a financial advisor, helping individuals manage their investments.
So many options. It's not just a one-track career path.
Exactly. And with the market constantly evolving, new opportunities are always emerging. But no matter which path you choose, one thing remains constant.
What's that?
Continuous learning. You got to stay ahead of the curve, read industry publications, attend conferences, network with other professionals. Never stop expanding your knowledge.
Because the moment you think you know it all, the market's going to throw you a curveball.
Right. 100%. That's why this field is so exciting. It's always challenging you to learn and grow. But that can be intimidating too, especially for someone just starting out.
Yeah, where do you even begin?
Well, RoleCatcher has some great advice for that. They actually dedicate a whole section to gaining practical experience, even before you land that first job.
Like an internship.
Exactly. Internships at financial institutions or brokerage firms can be invaluable. But if those aren't an option, they have other suggestions too.
Let's hear them. What else do they recommend?
Well, they're big on virtual trading platforms. Ever heard of those?
So they're like stock market simulators.
Exactly. You can test out your skills, make trades, see how you do, all without risking any real money.
What a great way to learn the ropes.
Right. And it lets you build a track record, even if it's just in a virtual world. And speaking of track records, RoleCatcher suggests putting together a personal portfolio, to showcase your understanding of the market.
So when you're applying for those stock trading jobs, you've got something to show for it.
Exactly. It's like saying, hey, I'm not just all talk. I've got the skills to back it up.
That's smart. And speaking of applying for jobs, I bet those interviews can be pretty intense.
Oh, you know it. But RoleCatcher has you covered. They've got a whole section on interview prep, common questions, tips for standing out, even advice on what to wear.
Okay, so what kind of questions are we talking about here? Give me an example.
Well, one of the big ones is, how do you manage risk when trading stocks? That's a question they'll almost always ask.
Makes sense. They want to know you're not going to gamble away their money.
Exactly. They also dig into your personality a bit. How do you handle stress? Make decisions under pressure? Manage your emotions when a trade isn't going your way?
Because, let's face it, this isn't a job for the faint of heart.
Definitely not. You need that emotional intelligence just as much as the financial smarts.
So much to think about. It's clear that a career in stock trading isn't just about the numbers. It's about the mindset, the skills, the people skills. And let's not forget the ethics.
You said it. RoleCatcher actually dedicates a whole section to ethics in stock trading.
Yeah.
They emphasize things like insider trading and how it's a big no-no.
Yeah, that seems like a no-brainer.
You'd think so. But it's about maintaining the integrity of the market, building trust with clients, and ultimately building a sustainable career for yourself.
It's about playing the long game, not just chasing quick wins.
Exactly. And I think that's a good note to end on. Stock trading is a fascinating field. It's challenging, it's rewarding, and it's constantly evolving, but ultimately, it's about using your knowledge, your skills, and your integrity to navigate the exciting world of finance.
Well said. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into the world of stock trading. Hopefully you feel as energized and informed as I do.
Me too. Remember, knowledge is power, especially in the world of finance.
Absolutely. So until next time, happy investing, everyone.